Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer Lee, aka GenXJen, and welcome to another Andor reaction. It's episode 5 this week. Episode 5 already. Of course they release 3 episodes at once the first week, so um, but I'm loving the show. I think it's going to get better and more complex. I have a prediction that could turn out to be all wrong, but I'm going to go out on a limb and make this prediction. I think that that one ISB officer, Blevins, I think is his name, Lieutenant Blevins, is that his rank? I'm not sure, but I think he might be a rebel spy. This is a spy thriller. There's got to be a mole somewhere. Well, actually, there already is one, with that team that Cassian or Clem has joined, has an Imperial officer working with them. So he's a double agent. So, but I also really think that this Blevins guy is also a double agent. I think that's why. What's the name of that? Why have I forgotten her name already? Dedra, Dedra something, the other ISB officer. Blevins twice refused her request for her to. She requested files from him or something, so she could investigate this the theft of this Imperial Starpath unit. She claims that it came from a planet in a sector that she oversees, so she claims that it is part of her jurisdiction, and this Blevins person really doesn't want her investigating this. So that's what makes me suspect that he is secretly on the side of the rebels. I don't know. We'll find out. Another interesting development last week was the dinner party that Mon Mothma's husband Perrin is throwing, and he had invited some adversaries of his wife. Did he do that on purpose? Does he realize that they're adversaries, or maybe he just doesn't pay attention to that stuff? It seems like he just primarily cares about entertainment and fun, and doesn't care about the seriousness of politics and how it affects people's lives. And so I hope we see this dinner party. That'll be very interesting to see these characters like Sly Moore, and who else was on that list? I don't remember. But yeah, I would love to see how that dinner party goes. And as speaking of Mon Mothma and her husband, I think well, it seems that their marriage is going south. Maybe it's been going south for a while, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to last. I know that this is not long before Mon Mothma, during the Rebel series, when she was declared a traitor by the Empire because she spoke out against one of the Empire's atrocities, and she had to go into hiding. She had no one else with her, no husband, anyone, and also and there's another reason why I think their marriage is going to implode. I'll get to that in a minute. There is a speculation that Vel is actually Mon Mothma's daughter. And I can see that, Mon Mothma, she married when she was 16. She probably had a child when she was very young. And actually in the expanded universe novels, actually I'm not sure if it came from one of those novels, or if maybe it was something on Wikipedia. But I remember, how in the Empire Strikes Back, during the Battle of Hoth, when you hear a person over the intercom saying, Imperial troops have entered the base, Imperial troops have entered, and then it's cut off and they're static because the person speaking was killed in that moment. It used to be, I don't think it's canon anymore, but it used to be that person was Mon Mothma's son. Um, so if this show is going in a slightly different direction, and having Mon Mothma have a daughter, having Vel be Mon Mothma's daughter, Vel taking the place of her canonical child, then I'm thinking that doesn't bode well for Vel. And I didn't mean for that to rhyme. Uh, but yeah, I think, because I really like that detail about in the original trilogy, Mon Mothma having to endure the loss of her son, and having to endure many other losses, but she keeps going despite that. Keeps being a strong rebel leader. That really added to her character. And so, I mean, I don't want to say that I hope Vel is going to die, but I would like to, for them to keep that detail, even if it's, a daughter instead of a son. That doesn't matter to me, because it really adds strength to Mon Mothma. And so, and assuming that Vel is her daughter, I mean, that's just speculation. But if she is, and if she dies, then I could see that being another major reason for Mon Mothma and her husband to split up. And maybe their marriage is already on the rocks, and something like that could be something that they just couldn't endure. They just couldn't stay together if something like that happens. So, and what else did I want to bring up? It was when Mon Mothma and Luthen were meeting in the previous episode. They were talking about their inner circle, and excuse me, Mon said she wanted to bring someone else in. We don't know who that person could be, but I'm thinking that it's Saw Gerrera. We know that he's going to be in this series. He was in the trailers, and I think I remember hearing or reading somewhere that at one time Mon Mothma and Saw Gerrera did work together as leaders of the Rebel Alliance before Mon Mothma decided that Saw's tactics were just too detrimental, and she had to break away from him. And so, yeah, I'm thinking that's how Saw Gerrera is going to come into the picture. And and then my mom said she needed help. She said the money is there, but she needs help moving it around without arousing suspicion. I'm not sure how Saw could help with that. Maybe he can. I don't know. I know some people were saying that she was talking about Bail Organa, but I'm pretty sure that Bail is probably already in the inner circle, or perhaps not. Yeah, maybe Bail is doing his own thing. Maybe what Mon Mothma and Bail Organa are doing at this point in the timeline is separate. Maybe they know little or nothing about what the other is doing. I don't know, but there was that one deleted scene from Revenge of the Sith, in which they sort of started the Rebel Alliance way back then, and I'm thinking, I always assumed that they have been working together ever since then, but maybe not. Maybe they couldn't. I don't know, but I really don't think she was talking about Bail. Cause I'm thinking that he's already involved, but if he's not, I would love to see him show up in this series and become involved. I also don't think Princess Leia would not be involved yet at this point. I think I read that book, Leia, Princess of Alderaan, and if I remember correctly, I think she was 15 or 16 when she learned of her parents' involvement in the Rebel Alliance, and at this point in the timeline she is 14, so I don't expect her to show up in this series, at least not in the first season. Maybe in season 2. I don't know who they would get to play her, but I'm sure they can find a a good actress to play a teenage Princess Leia. I would really love to see that. But yeah, I really think that Mon Mothma was talking about Saw Gerrera, and I'm looking forward to seeing interactions between those two. And also, I wanted to mention that you know, that deleted scene that from Revenge of the Sith that I was talking about. You know, some people say that it's I know that some people think that it's no longer canon. You know, it was deleted from the film, but I think it should still be canon. I mean, it fits perfectly well into the storyline. There's no reason for it not to be canon. I'm also looking forward to seeing how this mission to steal the payroll for an Imperial sector. I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. I think it's going to be ugly, and some people are going to die. Maybe possibly Vel. Although I think if she dies, it's not going to be this soon. But maybe the young kid. I mean, I think this show is gonna really show the ugliness of war, even more than Rogue One did. If for no other reason than that, there's gonna be a lot more screen time in this series. It's, you know, it's 2 seasons, 12 episodes each, which is gonna be a lot longer than a 2-hour movie. So we're gonna see a lot more of the ugliness of war. People are gonna die. They're gonna make us care about some characters and then kill them off. I really think this is gonna be that type of show. And you know, and like Hawkeye Pierce said, that, you know, there's a famous MASH episode titled "War is Hell," but actually Hawkeye says that war is actually worse than hell. Because hell is just a punishment for evil people, but in war, good people die, even innocent bystanders. And so, and I really think Andor is going to delve into that, to show that you know, the good side doesn't always win, and then the evil side is not going to suffer as much as we hope. So, but I don't think I have anything else to say right now. I'm just really eager to get into episode 5. I think it's going to be really good. I've avoided all spoilers. I've been waiting all day to watch this, so I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's just get right into it. Is that Cyril? At his mom's place. Yeah, because he got booted out of his residence. I guess he had nowhere else to go. But he's probably gonna join the Empire. Some chocolatey, sugary cereal. Probably something she made for him when he was a kid.
By the time you remember to sit up straight, it's too late. You might as well wear a sign that says, "I promise to disappoint
Wow, she nags a lot.
Shame we couldn't have seen more of each other when you were flourishing. I'd have the memory to sustain me.
You could have come
Don't you have any positive memories of
Any
him?
civilized being.
Oh, he found it. He was worried that he lost that Kyber crystal, and Lutheran would be really pissed if he lost it. He needs to be more careful with it.
Oh, your eyes go right to it.
So like, was he in an Imperial prison?
Down. Take something for the ride. What? We need to be going.
Is that her daughter? She have
Change in time.
a daughter
Dad's taking
here?
You're taking me, right?
Oh.
I don't have any
So
plans
they
today.
apparently they have a teenage
We
daughter.
planned this. You did.
What would I be showing off?
You're involved somehow. Well, that's just... Nobody cares. You can relax.
Oh, so apparently she's resentful of her mom because
See?
her career
There you
keeps her
go.
so busy.
That's my...
Busy day, come finish your milk.
Isn't that disgusting? He doesn't want to drink any more of it.
It's about confidence. We belong here. We're following orders.
Just walk in like you belong.
Doors being...
Should swap sides.
Why don't you get a handle on what we're doing here before you start making suggestions?
Why?
What's wrong with listening to his suggestion right now?
Wait!
What's happening?
Cover the guns.
Uh-oh.
He's gone.
I don't think so.
What is this TIE fighter doing? Whoa, that is really low. Who is that in the TIE fighter? Why did that pilot do that?
Corporal Kinsey.
What's up?
Join the
Caught
team.
leading.
Not too many Darnies to worry about anymore, though, eh? How many do you think we'll have tomorrow?
I don't know. It's less than 100 last time.
Still enough to smell him, right? Can you imagine this place with a couple of thousand of them?
Yes. Can. Get about your business, Corporal.
He has to hide his
Making rounds
true
tomorrow night. I
feelings.
expect you at your station.
So, yes, sir.
Pretend that he agrees with the other Imperials.
You're onto something. Kessel. Fondor. Targeting consoles from Jakku. Proton warheads from Base K. And Steerguard Star
Yeah, I
Park.
think
He's right.
Blevins doesn't want her
Spread
to
out to be organized.
continue to make these connections. She's noticing a pattern and she is onto something.
If I was them,
He fell in love with a local woman, lost a promotion. Then he lost the woman. Then he lost his taste for the Empire. Everyone has
So
their own
that's
revenge.
why he's rebelling against the Empire. He gained a love for the Aldani people. Now, this is personal for him.
With an engineering officer from Coruscant arriving today and in our business. Let's see if I take it tomorrow
Who's
night.
this engineering officer? I want to know that.
There we go.
How did he know he had that?
I knew you were lying. I knew it. Look, what is it?
What's he getting at?
He comes in with nothing but the clothes on his back and a stone worth 30,000 credits. He won't say why he's here, where he's from. He doesn't say what.
Well, you're
he
not
goes
entitled
in,
to
and
know
now this?
everything.
Who brings?
There's a ship in the valley. Get your pants
Yeah.
on. Move.
Don't.
Put the weapon
Stop all
away.
this
Give them the stone.
infighting.
We can kill each other later.
Don't worry about the stone. It's not your business.
I'm being paid.
Wow, he's admitting this to them?
You need to know? That's it.
Maybe this will help them trust him.
Of course I'm afraid. But there's a difference between fear and losing your nerve.
Yeah.
You want out of this.
Courage is not a lack of fear, it's taking action despite
Don't use me
fear.
as an excuse.
You saw me talking to guards, I believe.
You're busy tonight.
He knows more about what you're up to than I do.
Must be embarrassing.
Did the dinner party already happen? Did they not
When were you
show it?
planning to tell me?
Still studying Cassian. You can let that go, dude. There was the reason why you lost your job.
Imperial prefect came in, took his land, flooded it. He couldn't fight him. He couldn't bear it, so he went a boat and filled his pockets with stones.
Man.
I always hated the Empire.
Blair took everything from him and he took his own life. These episodes keep leaving me wanting more. But that's the mark of a good show. Not many developments in this episode. It's still building up to what's to come. So gotta wait till next week. You know, they're about to start this mission, and at the end, Luthen was really worried about how it's gonna go. He kept trying to hear something, anything, and it sounded like he started to have some regrets about hiring Cassian. yeah, like his assistant Clea, I think that's her name, said there's nothing he could do. It's either gonna go one way or the other. He's just gonna have to wait to find out. And I was disappointed that they didn't show the dinner party. I really wanted to see the conversations and the tension between Mon Mothma and those people she despises, and and also between Mon and her husband. Probably could have cut the tension with a knife. Now I learned some more about Lieutenant Gorn's motivations, and also Skeen's motivations, and Cassian just or Clem, as they know him, just flat out admitted to him that he's being paid. He was hired for this. But maybe that was the best thing he could have done. I mean, I think, Skeen suspected he was hiding something. He knew about the Kyra crystal. I guess maybe he must have seen it. Cassian really should have been more careful with it. That made him really suspicious of Clem, and just really sowed some distrust. So I think Cassian making that admission I think Skeen's I think that made Skeen more comfortable trusting him. Even if his motivation is just not only to get paid but also to get out of there alive. I mean, that's enough for all of them, I think. I mean, you don't maybe he's not as committed to the cause as the others, but his ass is on the line too, and his payment is on the line. So I think that's will go a long way towards reassuring them that he's not going to let them down. The surprise in this episode is that Mon and her husband have a teenage daughter. What's her name? Leda, I think. So I had no idea, and apparently, she's resentful of her mom because she doesn't spend much time with her, but she doesn't realize how much her mom is dealing with. She's making it even harder for her. I mean, of course, she doesn't understand this. She only knows that her mom isn't around very much. Not really invested in her daughter's life, because she's just one person, and she can only do so much, and she's got this she's building the Rebel Alliance, that she has to make a lot of sacrifices. Her family life is suffering, and that's also adds to her character. Like I was saying before, the sacrifices she has to endure for her mission. And this doesn't mean that Vel isn't also her daughter. I mean, she could also have a grown daughter. But maybe that speculation is all wrong. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe Vel has more of a relationship with Luthen than we think. I've also heard some people speculate that Vel could be Luthen's daughter. But it's we can speculate all we want, but we just gonna have to continue watching to find out. There was also no reveal about who this person is that Mon Mothma wants to bring into the circle. They're just keeping us in suspense for a lot of things. That just makes me really look forward to next week's episode. I hope you all enjoyed this reaction. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content. You know, both of those things really help out the channel. Go a long way towards encouraging me to keep doing what I'm doing. So definitely, please be sure to don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it at all. And subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I'll be continuing reactions to the Andor series. I'm also currently reacting to She-Hulk and also Daredevil Season 2, although I'm not going to be able to keep doing that on the same schedule that I was doing Season 1, because I've got a lot going on. I'm also going to be doing some Halloween movie reactions. I've already I'm going to post my reaction to Hocus Pocus 2 very soon, and I'm going to do at least 2 more reactions to scary movies this month. So definitely subscribe, and also ring that bell so you'll be notified when I post new content, and keep an eye out on these things from me. And thank you all so much for being here. I hope you had fun. I hope you're enjoying the Andor series. Tell me in the comments what your thoughts are, your predictions. Let's have an Andor discussion. Once again, thank you for being here, and I hope you'll come back next week. Until then, see ya.